Hi guys, I'm Azar. Thanks for watching me. Today I'm gonna speak about concept of derivative and solve some examples for you. There are tons of rules for differentiation that I put them in the channel step by step. So let's start. As you see in this shape, there are two lines. The red lines touch the curve just in one point, which is called tangent line. And the blue line touches the curve in 2 points, which is called secant line. When we have 2 points of a line, we can find the slope of it easily. Just we should put the points in this formula. But how can we find the slope of tangent line as it touches the curve just in one point? If I approach this point more and more to this point, what will happen? Distance between these points will decrease. In other words, h approaches to 0. What do you remember? Congratulations, you are right. It's concept of the limits. So I rewrite this formula f of x plus h minus f of x. We can cross out this, so for up this part and for down just h, and put limits here. Now h approach to 0. We have a new function. The name of this new function is f prime of x. F prime of x is the functions for the derivative. What does it say? It says if we put the length of the touch point in this formula, we can find the slope of the tangent line in touch point. Now I'll solve some examples for you to figure out it better. Okay guys, in this example we should find the slope of the function 1 over x in x equals 2 in this point. First of all, we should write the derivative function. So I write f prime of x equals limit f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. H approaches to 0. Now we should put x plus h instead of x. So I write limit 1 over x plus h minus 1 over all over h approaches to 0. Now if I put 0 instead of h, there's a problem because it's 0 over 0. It's uncertain. Imagine you are giving an exam. Ask yourself, how can I resolve this problem? First of all, we should get common denominator. So its limit x plus h times x for down, and for up x minus x minus h, because it's minus here, all over h approaches to 0. We should simplify it, so I can write 1 here and cross out x. Now I multiply this. I can write limit multiply minus h in 1. So for up we have minus h, and for down multiply this term in h. It's h times x plus h. H approaches to 0. Now we can cross out h. Sorry. As h approaches to 0, so I'll put 0 instead of h. In the end, we have -1 over x squared. Now, as we should find the slope of the function in 2, so x equals 2 f prime of 2 is -1 over 2 square. It's -1 over 4. -1 over 4 is the slope of the function 1 over x in 2. So the slope of the tangent line in 2 for this function is -1 over 4. Now I'll solve next question. Okay guys, next problem. In this problem, we should find the derivative of the square root of x. First of all, we should write the derivative function. So it's f prime of x equals limit f of x plus h minus f of x all over h approaches to 0. Now we should put x plus h instead of x. So it's limit square root of x plus h minus square root of x all over h approaches to 0. As h approaches to 0, if we put 0 instead of h, it's 0 over 0. There's a problem here. How can we resolve this problem as it's uncertain? There is a formula which says the product of the binomials a plus b and a minus b is equal to the difference of the squares of the terms a and b. According to this formula, I multiply up and down in a square root of x plus h plus square root of x, repeat it, square root of x plus h plus square root of x. As here it's negative, I multiply in positive according to this formula. Now we can simplify it. Its limit x plus h minus x all over h times this term. H times x plus h plus square root of x. H approaches to 0. Okay, now we can cross out x and h. If we put 0 instead of h in the end, it's 1 over 2 square root of x. 1 over 2 square root of x is the derivative of the square root of x. Okay, next problem. Okay guys, last question. In this question, we should find the derivative of the sin x. First of all, we should write the derivative function. So it's f prime of x equals limit f of x plus h minus f of x all over h approaches to 0. Now we should put x plus h instead of x. So it's limit sine of x plus h minus sine of x all over h approaches to 0. Now we should simplify it. It's a trigonometric formula which says sine of a plus b equals sine of a times cosine of b plus cosine a times sine b. According to this formula, we can simplify it. So it's sine x times cosine h plus cosine x times sine h minus sine x all over h. As h approaches to 0, so if we put 0 instead of h, cosine h it's 1 because cosine 0 is 1. So 1 times sine x is sine x. We can cross out sine x. So its limit sine of h over h times cosine x. There is another rule which says limit sine x over x when x approaches to 0 is 1. So according to this rule, this part is 1. 1 times cosine x is cosine x. So cosine x is the derivative of the sine x. Okay guys, if this video was useful for you, please put your favor for it with subscribe and like. Take care. Bye.